Well, autumn's finally arrived. All the trees are a nice, beautiful colour now. They're all dropping their leaves. We've already had a lot of water, a lot of standing water on the road. And now we've got a scenario to look forward to where we've got some cold weather, slippery roads, potentially more water and mud, that sort of thing. And if we're really lucky or unlucky, maybe some snow. So with that in mind, what better chance to get into something which is very capable off-road, very capable on-road. And what I'm talking about here is the Land Rover Defender, the new shape Land Rover Defender. So behind me I have a 2021 Land Rover Defender 110 P400. I'd like to show you around. So the P400 is a straight six BMW engine rather than the V6 of the Land Rovers. I'm quite fond of a straight six. I've had quite a few straight six cars in my time. They're very smooth, they're very torquey, and they suit the size of the car really, really well. And having worked for BMW, I can say that BMW are the masters at straight sixes from the 90s, well, the 80s and the 90s. Their 2 litre, 2.5 litre, 2.8 and 3 litre engines were the smoothest engines you could buy. And I remember all those years ago seeing an advert with a 50p piece balanced on its edge on top of the engine while it was running, and that's how good they were. And I don't think they've deteriorated. I think BMW still make a wonderful straight six engine, and this car is testimony to that because it's very smooth, it's very powerful, 395 brake horsepower, and very torquey. So in terms of the engine and drivetrain, it does really suit the car very well. So this car is a Santorini Black. It's running 20-inch wheels. So a couple of thoughts on the wheels. Some people like the big 22s and they do look really cool. But if you're looking for something which actually works very well on the road, something which transmits a lot less road noise into the car, then the 20-inch certainly does that very well. It's a quieter wheel. This has also got the all-terrain tyres that you can see, and they are Goodyear Wrangler. So if you are on the slippery stuff, if you are on a farm or in the country, then these are the wheels that will suit the car for you a lot better. So amongst the factory options, we've got the towing eyes in orange, so that is a factory option. We've got the full-size spare on the roof, on the back, not on the roof, on the rear door, sorry. Privacy glass that you can see on the back and on the sides. Black roof rails. You can see up there, if I just zoom in, there's a camera in there. So this car's got the surround camera system, which I'll show you when we go around to the inside, which in the winter is brilliant because the winter is when you see all the rain. And it does help you to get this car parked into a parking space when the mirrors are all fogged up and it's dark and raining and you can't see very well. The cameras will make all the difference. So the tread plates, they are decorative, you're not going to stand on those, but they do look pretty cool. The halo lights work incredibly well. And then you've got the sticking out part of the front bumper, and you can see parking sensors in here. Another camera in the front there. And then these larger wheel arches, which are done in black plastic, which is good. So if you're driving through the country and you happen to go past a bush or something. So you've got the Meridian sound system, memory seats. That is blind spot assist. And then you've got this, it's not too light, it's not too woody. It's almost black, but it's not quite. It looks very nice. Charging points. So you've got a USB charging point in there. You've got USB and USB-C and cigarette lighter style charging. So you can charge pretty much anything that you need to in there. We've got the the mats in here. Now the mats haven't been used. There are some rubber mats which are the deep ones which fit all the way around there. They were in the car when we bought it. So these carpet mats are all in absolutely lovely condition because they haven't been on the car. You can see here that we have the side steps, 2 different platforms to put your feet on. That makes a difference. Again, those trademark door cards you get with the Defender. More charging points at the bottom, so USB-C and 2 of those. The outer seats are heated, so that's that one and that one. But you do have a third seat with a proper seat belt in the middle, and then you've got more charging here as well in the back of the seat. The sunroof is a nice big panoramic roof. It's a sliding one, so it does open. That's great. You do have child seat, isofix child seat anchor points, and the seats here as well, they have a nice perforated texture, and I'll show you why in the front, because the front has cooled as well as heated seats. I come into the back of the car, you can see here is the very thick Landrover mat. That's clearly been in place all the time because everything underneath is in exceptional condition. So the mats really do save the car very, very well. And then you've got the centre mat, the 2 side mats here, as you can see, and the footwell mats, they wrap around, so they do save the interior very nicely if you happen to step out onto grass or what have you. Trademark Defender quarter lights, or whatever you call them, and a nice dark headlining makes it feel quite sporty inside. So you can raise and lower the suspension. You can hear that, but that's now dropping. So now we have less ground clearance and less distance between here and here. So if you're loading something in the back, it makes it a lot easier if that thing is really heavy to get it in. And then I think maybe you have to do this with the engine running. Here we go. And back up again. And again. Just with my finger on the button there. Now this is something you can either do from the back or the front. Now that has raised quite a bit. Now you can just hear the compressor running. This is now waist height. So the reason for that is to give you more ground clearance. Now if you now compare that to what we've just seen, if you were approaching a ford or some floods or what have you, that gives you a lot more clearance, and it keeps the bottom of the car out of the water. Or if you're coming over boulders and that sort of thing, it gives you a lot more ground clearance, which protects the bottom of the car. Now it's got weight sensing in the car anyway, but I'll show you on the weight sensing, it does make quite a difference in terms of the depth of water that you can go through. We've also got something which the ignition needs to be on for, but I'll show you in a minute. I can do this from the inside of the car. There is a tow bar, electrically deployable tow bar with electrics in there. The ignition needs to be on. So that is the back of the car. I like these tread plate style covers for the rear quarters. Moving to the inside, again you've got blind spot monitor, your mirrors, memories for your seats, all your windows, Meridian surround sound system. Mileage currently showing 38,388. It's got a full service history. So I'm going to put my foot on the brake, press the start button, and she leaps into life. I'll close the door and zoom back out. But a nice comfortable seating position. The seats are very good. They've got lots of support. Coming into looking at the seats here now, the climate control is these 2 dials, so you can set it individually from one side to the other, as you can see, And it says here push for seats. So if I now push, I've now got the seat option, so I can light up the red lights to heat the seats, turn it the other way, light up the cool lights, which engages a fan which blows cool air through the perforations of the seat onto your backside and onto your lower back. Helps to keep you more fresh, comfortable when it's really hot outside. You've got various different options in terms of the dash layout. So also got a head-up display, which I'll just show you, which projects the speed and other information in front of the car, so you're not driving here and then looking down, driving here and looking down if you're going through a camera area or what have you. And then you can adjust the different displays. And the layout. So 4-map, 2-dial. Click onto that, and then all of a sudden, there we go. We have another display. So there are various different options with the display, depending on what you like. The steering wheel is multifunction. It's a really nice leather steering wheel, nicely stitched, nicely made. Feels good in your hands. It's got a heater. I love the heater. That's going to be a really nice thing for the winter for somebody. And you can see here you've got your cruise control and your speed limiter controls on here. And these arrows here tell me that this car has also got radar assisted cruise control. So when you're up to 70 miles an hour, for example, and you set the cruise, the car will stay doing 70 miles an hour. If a car pulls out in front of you doing 65 miles an hour, this car will sit on the radar and slow down and keep pace with it. When that other car moves back out of the way, this car will accelerate back up to what you had it set before, which is brilliant. And this arrow here and this arrow here means that you can close the gap between yourself and the car in front, or widen the gap between yourself and the car in front. Lovely, works really well, very, very handy. This drives a lot of what's on that screen, and the volume controls and what have you. Your gear change, so park, it's a pistol grip. I'm going to put it into reverse. As I put it into reverse, you can see, one, the VR comes in to show me what gear I'm in. Just so you can see that. And two, it engages the cameras. So you've got a really nice clear rear view camera. This is one I showed you before on the outside. And then you've got all these cameras which show you the footprint around the car. So if it is raining and dark and these have spots of water all over them and this, that and the other, and it's very difficult to see where you're going, that is worth its weight in gold. That will help you get into a car parking space that would be much more difficult had you not had it. So, and then you can put it into drive. You can push it across to sport and change gear manually if you want to, and then back into park. So that's a nice, simple and easy thing to use. More charging ports there, which is the USB. Oh, I think I've gone through that already. Coming into here, I can see here we've got a Meta track. So there's a tracking system on the car already fitted. I can see there that we've also got, this isn't just a compartment, this is a cooled storage compartment. And if I put my hand in there, that feels fridge cold in there now, because that I've literally only had the car running for a couple of minutes and I'm feeling the inside of that, and that feels fridge cold. So cans of Coke, Mars bar, whatever you want to put in there, that keeps it nice and cool. And because it's a top loading one and cold air sinks and hot air rises, when you open the door, all the cold doesn't escape. That is a lovely, lovely thing. And if you have a mobile phone which does wireless charging, that little pad in there will help to keep your phone charged for you. Now you've also got, so this is navigation, connect phone, and media. So those are the three main things that people use on a day-to-day basis. You can flick backwards and forwards because you can see different screens. There we go. So four-wheel drive screens and what have you. If I go back to the home screen and then go to the app screen, this shows you all the apps and lists them all out for you. Now I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to go to tow bar. So, and I'm going to press deploy. I don't know if you can hear that, but I can now hear beeping coming from behind, and I can hear the tow bar coming out and locking into place. which is a lovely way of doing it because you don't get your hands dirty. So now that's showing that the tow bar is sticking out, which is great. And I press stow and it tucks it away again like it was never there. So that's a really cool thing. When that's finished doing that, I will show you the wading. I'm just going to drop the suspension. So it's on high ride height at the moment. There we go, I can hear that, and I'm going to drop it again. So you've got 3 different ride heights. So I've now dropped it to the low ride height, which is something, if you've got a height obstacle that you want to get under, some people like to ride lower when on the motorway. So if I scroll down here, I can go into wade sensing. So at the moment, I've got maximum of 2'6" wading. So it gives you a line there through the car and says, right, okay, that is ideally the line that you don't want to go above. Now I press, that's gone from 2'6" to 2'9". That's a 3-inch rise. And then I'm going to press it again, because now this is normal ride height. Press it again, and you've now gone to 2'11". So that gives you a lot of scope. So where a lot of cars, if you've got a flooded part of the road where a lot of cars are stood there thinking, shall I, shan't I, shall I, shan't I? 9 times out of 10, you can just drive straight through it and not worry about it. That is a really nice thing for a British winter. So there we go. Just going to press that. So tilt and slide. That's a lot of light in. So fabulous. So a really nicely spec car. It's got all the options that you might want. It looks really cool. It's very comfortable. And it's got, in my opinion, one of the best engines that money can buy. One of the straight sixes that money can buy, because it was made by BMW. So I hope you like the car. I hope you like the video and find the video useful. If you'd like to know more about the car, please visit our website, www.bramshawebv.com. Drop us an email, drop us a text or a WhatsApp, or pick up the phone and speak to us. We'd love to talk to you about it. Thanks for watching.